What up, pen people, YouTube nation, interwebbers of the wide, wide world? Jay Neflin here with a quick take, back for the first time in a long time, inspired to make a little content by the recent dust-up between Noodler's inks and Goulet Pens. Now, if you don't know what this was all about, Noodler's inks had an ink, I believe it was Bernanke Red, that depicted Ben Bernanke, the chair of the Federal, or the former chair of the Federal Reserve, I believe, with devil horns. Now, Bernanke is Jewish, and there is a long history of devil imagery being associated with anti-Semitic beliefs, depicting Jews as devils, etc., things like this. So understandably, people are a little bit sensitive about this. Perhaps the guy at Noodler's, Nathan Tardif, should have known better. Maybe he did know better. He's known to be, some would say he's a cult hero, some would say he's a libertarian nut job, but whatever the case, he's a bit on the fringe. But he does his own thing, and he's not a fan of Ben Bernanke. Now, personally, I think I'm inclined to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, if only because after all this happened, he decided to change the name of the ink. He could have stuck to his guns and said, you know what, I'm not an anti-Semite, and if you think I am, that's your problem. Maybe capitalism is what moved him. He is definitely a capitalist, above all things, perhaps. And Noodler's, personally, I think Noodler's and Goulet are both good companies. I've got the Noodler's inks. The Heart of Darkness is my favorite. I use that. It's my go-to black. And then I've got all the Bay State. I've got the Concord Grape, the Cape Cod Cranberry, and the Bay State Blue. And then I've also got the Bad Blue Heron, because I wanted a bulletproof blue ink as well. I also have ordered a lot from Goulet. I can prove it with my limited edition collector's Radon brand Goulet card. So I've got experience with both companies. I support both companies. And the reason I was inspired to make this video is because I see people on the message boards, on the fountain pen message boards, saying things like, I hate this cancel culture, this woke BS. Goulet is out of line. They just lost my business forever. I am going somewhere else. And then there are other people saying, this guy is an anti-Semite, or this guy should have known better. I'm canceling Noodler's. Personally, I'm not going to cancel anybody. I like the Noodler's products. I like Goulet. They have real good customer service. They do the videos, which I enjoy. And I just think they're both good companies. So the guy at Noodler's, Nathan Tardif, has backed off. Goulet has said that they have not necessarily, quote-unquote, canceled the Noodler's inks, but that they're just putting a pause on them until this all gets sorted out. I think it is getting sorted out. I think they're going to come back together and they're going to make up, unless someone is just really stubborn and wants to make a point on principle and cost themselves some money. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Personally, I think it's important to be sensitive to people being offended. That doesn't mean they're right. It doesn't always mean they're right. You can be offended and be wrong. You can be offended and be too sensitive. You can be offended and take something the wrong way. On the other hand, if you want to walk around with a swastika on your shirt and claim that has nothing to do with Nazism, it's a sign of Hindu circle of life or whatever the original, it's got some Eastern, I'm not sure if it was Hindu, I think it was, some Eastern religion symbolism before the Nazis took it on as their symbol. And you can make that claim, but that would be pretty disingenuous because you know how people are going to react to that. So, devil horns on a famous Jew, too far, maybe, but he took it back and he said sorry, and he donated some money as well to to some Jewish charities, and I think he donated in the amount of, it was some number that had to do with some Jewish numerology, 26,000 or 28,000 or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, he donated a decent chunk of change. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about all this? Do you think that Nathan Tardif was out of line? Do you think Goulet overreacted? Do you think everyone is kind of doing the right thing in shuffling back and forth and finding the middle ground and finding a place where we can all agree that we can have good inks, have good customer service, not spread any hate, certainly, and hopefully not offend anybody, because nobody likes to offend people. I mean, unless you're a jerk, you don't like to offend people. So I hope that I haven't offended anybody. If I have offended you, if you're Jewish or you're very sensitive to Jewish issues, and you think that this guy was way out of line, and that anyone that says anything in support of him should be canceled too, I guess we're not a good fit. I'm sorry to see you go. But all I can say is I'm not an anti-Semite. I've got lots of Jewish friends, or at least I did growing up. Went to lots of bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs as a kid. Lost touch with a lot of people now, so I'm not going to give you a list of names. But anyway, there you go. That's all I got. Do you think that cancel culture is getting out of control? Do you think that Noodlers and Goulet can get along? Are you going to support both companies? Are you going to cancel one or the other? Let me know in the comments. If you're inclined, like, comment, subscribe. Peace!